I'm a little bit deep. I'll leave you with someone very special. I will let you work a little bit more. Roxana, I'm happy to introduce you.
Thank you, Lucia.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I put my shoes on because then I'm taller.
I'm mostly the same height as she is, so we have this amazing duo here. Yeah, we are lucky to have this petite miniature size.
And sorry, one thing. This is not only for women, this is for everyone.
Exactly.
Because I don't think that women have those problems, men do not have them.
We can ask them.
I know so many beautiful men, inside and outside, that are have so many complexes about their body looking. It can be for, I don't know, the belly that comes out at 40s, or the hairs, or the eyes, or the wrinkles, or whatever, okay? But it's just...
And they can be more easily compensated, I guess.
Exactly, and somehow society gets women to get more into beauty, when indeed we also have men that may feel insecure because of all the social
pressure.
And the pressure, so much pressure to look good, to look slim, to seem like it's
exactly. So exactly, I really loved my colleague's speech, so I will continue from a neurolinguistic point of view. First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here. We really appreciate that you took your time to be with us. It's our first event, and we are more than excited and more than happy to have you here with us, because we would like to offer you maybe a new perspective on what beauty and psychology means and how they are combined together. My name is Roxana Popet. I am a neurolinguistic programming trainer and a speaker, and I want to ask you, does anyone know what NLP stands for? Any ideas? Yes, Bridget?
I know a little bit, but I confuse NLP with NLP.
At least you guys have an opinion of what it means, right? Yeah. So NLP is the study of the mind. It's how we get our minds to help us get to the results that we want. I began studying NLP over 3 years ago. I was in a very, very big search in my life for answers. I had both anxiety, I had fear of people, and quite some health issues. For a 20-year-old, I was feeling my life was not going in the right direction. So before we continue, I want to ask you, are you happy with how your life is going right now? Are you happy with the direction your life is going towards? We have a yes from Bridget Lucia.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
I think so.
I'm so happy.
I think, right?
That's so great to hear, because it means that you are listening to your subconscious mind, maybe more than other people who are still searching, right, Bridget?
Yes, it's a nice French,
Yes, exactly. I want to start with asking you 2 questions, and I think you're going to find a very interesting connection between the 2 aspects I'm going to ask you about. So, who wants to look good?
Yeah.
Everyone.
Marcus, you are not agree?
No.
And who wants to be confident?
But what about if you are already confident?
More confident.
I love it. Then you are really lucky. And it means that you are in the right place to be even more confident. Yes, as Cedric says, yes. Way to
More and
go.
more.
Then coming from that, if you are super confident.
And I think the 3rd question is the most relevant. Who wants both? Who wants to both look good and feel confident? So we all kind of want the same thing. Thank you. Now, what is the connection between looking good and feeling confident? What do you think?
the other,
Sorry?
the side of the other.
Does anyone else have another opinion? Yes, Maria?
When you see yourself and you feel you have a good image of you, you feel more confident inside because it's the image you put on yourself, and you say, okay, maybe others will look at me and they find something well. So I think it gives you more power inside and more presence. So I don't know how do you say that in English, but so you get more confident. It's my opinion.
Great perspective, thank you so much. Now, from a neurolinguistic point of view, I think you are curious to see what NLP says about this. Confidence is beauty, not the other way around. So confidence means beauty. It means that you, don't worry, it's okay. You'll give us a drink at the end for this. Don't worry. So confidence means that you have the power, you have the courage to be yourself completely at all times without having any need to get approval from anyone from the experience. We all know that we should be confident, right? We hear it on the news, we hear it at seminars, we see it on the internet. But what does being confident really mean? What do you guys think?
To more listen to yourself than others.
Very good. I love this. I love your opinion. Very good. Anyone else? What do you think confidence really is?
Believe in yourself.
Great. Yes. Anyone else?
Secure feeling.
Yes. Yes. And I have to tell you that the very simple definition of being confident is being yourself. How simple is it, right? We sometimes overcomplicate things, don't we? It's the human style, the way we humans like to make things a bit more complicated. But what we always try to achieve is personal power, is having our life in our hands completely. When you're confident, you're courageous, you can do anything you can set your mind to do. Now, having personal power is something that may sound a bit complicated, but what do you think it means? What do you think personal power is? It's having your life in your hands completely. It's not being a victim anymore. That's when you get more, thank you. That's when you get more confident, and that's when you have the trust that you can literally do all that you want to in your life. This is beauty. This is beauty coming from within, and the rest will follow. Do you agree?
Yes.
I'm glad that you agree. Now, I wanted to tell you that another way of having your personal power back in your hands, and notice I say back in your hands because this is a right that we have. The right to feel confident, to have personal power, to have your inner beauty, is also eliminating all the negative beliefs, all the limiting beliefs, the negative emotions that are no longer serving you. We sometimes carry fear, anger, guilt for so many years, and it's not that we want to. It's not something that we would love to do, but we don't know how. Now, my dear audience, are you curious to try a very simple NLP exercise that lasts 1 minute, that's going to completely shift the way you have your outlook on negative emotions? We can eliminate some negative beliefs as well, solve some current or some past problems you had. An exercise you can do at home if needed when you are alone, and it's going to be so much fun. It's a very simple visualizing exercise, so you can have a real feel, a real taste of what NLP is all about. So who wants to try it with me? Yay! I am so happy that you are curious about this. So I'm going to please ask you to close your eyes. And also, if your phone could ring, it would be great to have it on silent for just 1 minute. Thank you. Thank you, Lucia. Yeah, she's going to give us rings again, so she cannot risk to have another call. I know. Okay. I want you to be... I want you to stay as comfortable as possible in your seat. And make sure you keep your eyes closed and only follow my voice. I will be guiding you. Okay? I want you to be completely relaxed, and you are going to feel very, very safe as you see yourself on your highway. You have your personal highway, and you are going to be on the right, in the lane where nothing happens and you feel completely safe. Now, I want you to please visualize on the highway you are going to be a simple observer, nothing more. Please visualize on the highway the negative emotions and the limiting beliefs that you want to take care of getting rid of right now. I want you to see them moving along, and you only observe all past issues, negative beliefs, maybe persons that have hurt you in the past. Just observe them and you are completely calm and relaxed. Now, next to you, on the lane where nothing happens, you are very safe there. You are going to see a very big bag. Choose a color for your bag. This is your own bag that you are going to keep next to you. It could be red, it could be yellow, it could be white, or it could be black. You decide, because it's your bag. Now, as you observe the bag next to you and the negative issues, emotions, limiting beliefs you want to get rid of, I want you to take them right now and put them in the bag. As you put them in the bag, make sure you close the mouth of the bag completely. You're going to close it very thoroughly, very, very, very thoroughly, so that you can never ever get inside the bag. Now, the bag is closed. You have all the issues there, and as you can no longer reach them, you are even forgetting what you put there right now, because you no longer need those negative feelings from the past. I want you to get the bag that's very, very thoroughly closed, as small as a stamp right now. Small, small, that you can barely, barely, barely see it. Please raise your hand when you have the bag very, very, very small. Very good. We'll wait for everyone to have it small, small, small as a stamp. Very good, thank you. Now I want you to make it as small as an ant. You can barely see it anymore. You even forgot what you put there. It's so, so, so small. you can barely grasp it. You forgot completely what you put inside it. As it's so small, so insignificant, I want you to throw it away so far that it's lost forever. You can no longer have access to it, it's forgotten, and you are completely free right now. I want you to please lift your hand up when you threw the little bag away for good. Very good, thank you. Now when you are ready, open your eyes and come back here in the room with me. Yay! How was it? How do you think the exercise helped you?
It was good, but because I think the negativity I had, it was so big. It was I had a little bit pain in my neck.
Wow.
Yeah. So and
How do you feel now?
a little bit better, but I don't think all the negativity is gone.
You
But,
need another bag.
Yeah. maybe 2 or 3.
It's good. It's a good starting point. This exercise usually helps us it's the first step in stepping on your fears. Now, fear usually blocks you. It keeps you stuck. It's not like you get a problem solved in 1 minute. That doesn't happen in real life, although we would all love that. But when you get rid of the majority of the negative feelings, then you get this freedom of seeing things from a whole new perspective. You have the freedom of movement, of taking action. So can I get any more feedback from you guys? Someone that found the exercise interesting?
I find it interesting. I'm curious to know what will happen the following days, you know? Because these are obsessional things that I have in my brain. So it was quite comfortable to leave them in the little bag and even forgetting them. I'm curious to know what will happen tomorrow. Yes.
Please keep me updated on this
Will do
because
this.
it's, oh yes, I am very curious because everyone is different. For me, I usually am so set to leaving aside everything that's negative that I can feel the change in 1 minute.
Okay.
Other people, like Evelyn said, she may need more bags, which is normal because we all have our emotional luggage that we have to deal with.
But what was interesting, Roxana, was that I immediately could identify the 3 negative thoughts in my life. They
That's
came
good.
immediately, they sprang up.
That's good.
So I think this is powerful.
I'm glad you
Yes.
found it helpful.
Yes.
I really am glad. I can't wait to get your feedback within a few days. Thank you.
I can maybe comment. I fully
Yes,
agree
please.
with you actually. I had a very similar experience.
Mm-hmm.
It was very easy for me to sort of really let go and sort of put all the things that I thought were problematic in a bag. I found it quite hard when you said to try and condense it into a very small bag. So I think the transition, it was really quite hard for me in my head to try and get it into a really small ounce size, I think you mentioned.
Stem
Really, really small. That I struggled with, but I agreed in my own mind to keep it to a level where I was comfortable with at that time point, and then just to let it go.
Oh, that's so great. Did you manage to get it small as an
Yeah.
ant?
I think I did, but it took some time and I was struggling with my mind when you were saying it. But I didn't put too much pressure, and then it got to a point where I just let go. And I said, that's fine, that's as far as I can take it. And that's how it is. But I think I did, like you, question, will it come back? What's the next step? And so how, is this gone now, or is it going to come back? And how, yeah, it was kind of like very nice exercise, very, very relieving. But I wondered like how you deal with it
Let's
next.
see.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
see.
see.
I'm really curious for you tomorrow. The problems usually disappear because you have the tendency of getting them very small. You really forgot what you put in the bag. And as our mind is not material, as it's like a cloud, we can really play with it as much as we want to. This is the fantastic thing that we have in our hands. Our mind is such an amazing toy. At the end of the day, you can shape it and rewire it as well as you can. Yes.
Yeah, so me, when we did this exercise, I was like needing more time to put things in the, like it was not enough time. And like I have to do it fast, but I have to, in which order should be the first, and, you know? So I was like trying to, what can I put more in that time? I don't know,
Maybe next time grab them and put them all of a sudden. Yeah, exactly, because you realize you no longer need them. It's your decision to let go and start over a new life, a new way of seeing things.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any questions about the exercise or about NLP?
Another exercise.
Maybe next time. So thank you to everyone for being so engaging. Thank you for... That's not me! It's not the child, tomorrow this time. Don't worry. Thank you for being with us. It was an immense pleasure. It's our first event. Please don't go. Stay with us for a drink, for something to eat. And we have a huge request, if possible, before you go. Make sure you get a pen and fill in our feedback forms. We want to learn more from you. We want to know what to improve next time, what you liked, what you didn't like. And it was such a privilege that you gave us your time. So we thank you so much. And please stay with us for as long as you want.
I have another request. Before you leave, after you fill the form, don't forget to take your small flavor bag. Please.
Oh yes, we also have a
You have a
goodie bag with some nice homemade chocolate, which I think you will enjoy a lot. So thank you to everyone. Thank you very much. We're here if you have any questions. Thank you once again for your time. Great participation. Thank you once again.
Now party time!